everyone, ockpii here.
And today I have a Starbound video for you guys. I'll be showing you 2 new randomly generated mobs, stuff about the character creation screen that we've seen some screenshots about, and I have 2 random screenshots of basically environments, and one of them has the cool sun again, so it should be good. Finally, I'll be talking about the post-release development plans for the game, so basically how the team is going to handle the game once it's released. There's not much to say, but since I haven't made one in a while because I'm waiting for more stuff to happen, I might as well just do a simple one. So I hope you enjoy, and let's go. Okay, so firstly I'm going to start off with this little dude, which is the first mob that I'm going to be talking about today. As you can see, it's kind of like a hippo face in the sense that it has a big nose and it also has big tusks. It's got a really small body, which could indicate that it's a really fast runner. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on the tail there. It's kind of looks like a bunny to me or something. Maybe those things are also like spikes or something. Maybe it could act like a grappling hook. Maybe its tail is all like twirled up in that thing and it can like shoot it against the wall and like swing or dangle or whatever. I don't know. I really don't. And the tusks are obviously a sign that it's super dangerous because hippos are one of the most dangerous animals in the world. And yeah, it's got pretty angry eyes, which is kind of creepy, but it's fine. It looks really cool, and the tail could also serve as some sort of turbine, so it could be an underwater creature. Maybe. The next mob is this Tyrannosaurus here. As you can see, it's got some tiger stripes and red eyes, and it's honestly just a Tyrannosaurus, except it looks tiny. But yeah, I don't have anything to say about this guy. It looks cool, and if you don't know what a Tyrannosaurus Rex is, then I am sorry for you. But yeah, this is what it is. Moving on! Okay, so now I'm going to talk a bit about character creation. We haven't seen a whole lot about it, but I'm just going to share with you the things that they've showed us. So firstly, we have this screenshot here of 2 girls, and right off the bat, I'd like to point out that we have a big variety of clothing that we didn't have on Terraria. For instance, if you were a girl on Terraria, you'd only wear a skirt and like a tank top or whatever. And now we can see here that we have skirts, but we also have pants, and we have like this small blazer thingy and a top, and we have a shirt on the woman on the right. We also have 2 different hairstyles here, and one of them actually has like scrunchies or whatever you want to call them, red scrunchies. And the white hair is actually quite long. It's kind of interesting, and I don't really know if the hairs are going to be animated, like if you jump and stuff like that, but it would be really cool if they were in static like they are on Terraria as well. The other screenshot about character creation is this one, and as you can see, we have 9 people here with different attributes, and we have 3 different species: the humans, presumably, the avians, and the monkeys, the apex. So we have the same hairstyle on square number 2 and square number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7. Square number 2 and square number 7, we have the same hairstyle, albeit with different colors. I think square number 2 is a monkey because it has the mouth thingy and the forehead is a bit lighter as well. So we have 3 types of avians, as you can see on square 3, 5, and 9, which is very interesting. So we have a female on square number 3, there's a male on the other 2. And it's very interesting because they have completely different heads. So there seems to be a lot of different stuff that you can do to character customization, which is really interesting. And as you can see, all their clothes are pretty varied as well, save for the ones that are actually wearing armors, and the 3 dudes being wearing like blazers and shirts. Other than that, it's pretty cool, and their environments are also very interesting as well. It's nothing that we haven't really seen before, so I'm not going to say anything about them. What I will say is that the 7th square has a place that kind of looks like the avian temple, except it's blue, so that's very interesting. Maybe it's some sort of different avian temple. Something that I'm hoping for in this game, and that seems to be going in that direction, is that you have a really big variety here, because in games like Guild Wars 2 and Skyrim, you actually have, I'm just giving those 2 examples because they just came to my mind. It's not like there's not a whole list of games with stuff like this, but it would be cool if you could add like a bullets thing, like those chains thing filled with bullets, or you could add like a bandana, or you could add simple elements like that. Like, so Battlefield Heroes, for instance, you can buy stuff for your head or something, and you can customize your head specifically. Not saying that I want DLC on this game or stuff that you need to buy, but it would be cool if you could like go head, and go like hats, and have a bunch of hats that you can select, and then chest, and then accessories, stuff like that. That would be really cool, and I hope they actually do that. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about the 2 screenshots that they've showed us about places and stuff like that. So this is the first one right here, and as you can see, it shows some sort of ruins of what appears to be an avian temple, and as you can see, it's kind of bluish and all that, which may mean that it's the temple where the other chick was on the 7th square on the previous character customization image. Regardless, this image doesn't have a whole lot to show, so I won't really bother too much with it. As you can see, there is a big integration of natural blocks and, I'm gonna say man-made blocks, blocks. So as you can see right here, the dirt wall really integrates really well with the stone wall. And as you can see, it's really like ruiny and stuff like that, which is really nice. And if you check the corner right here, it says 0. Bounding rectangle size 1692 by 936. And I asked Bartway and he told me that the resolution was flexible, so that's always very good to know. Moving on to the next picture, we have a very cool sunset right here. And it's on a pretty familiar type of environment. The trees look really well. So let me first talk about the sun and the sunset. You can see that the clouds are all orangey and stuff like that, and that looks really good. However, the clouds that are right directly in front of the sun don't have any hue alteration or lighting whatsoever, so I hope there is a big interaction on stuff like that. What I really like to see is like the leaves of the trees being light wrapped, which is basically there being embedding of light around them, wrapping basically. That would be extraordinary. So you are working on rays of sun and stuff like that, so work on cool lighting effects and stuff. The rays look really well. The sun kind of looks a bit brighter, I think, from the other screenshots. I will say that it's behind clouds and the mountain, but even still, it kind of looks a bit brighter. To me, it does, at least. But it's kind of on the center of the image as well, so does it mean that the sun will set and rise at the exact same place? Because on Terraria, the sun would set at like way off in the right, and it would rise way off in the left. So I don't know exactly how that will work here. Maybe it's still going to the left and stuff like that. It's just like mid-sunset, whatever thingy. And now, as for the characters on the image, we have an avian dude. Oh yeah, he has a mask, so maybe... Wait, okay, let's take this in parts. He seems to have a mask, which is really cool, so maybe you can actually customize your head like I was saying before. That, or it's just a feathering thing. But if you look at his torso, he kinda looks like a monkey to me. So maybe he's wearing a avian mask? Maybe you can splice different races and genetics and stuff like that? That would be kind of interesting. Let me know what you think. It would be cool. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you could splice yourself with different animals that you killed or collected or something like that. So maybe, you know, I could find an octopus and then, like, splice its head with my body. Yeah. Anyway, we have a girl. She's wearing a denim jacket and leatherish pants. And she's shooting a rocket launcher, and as you can see, here's the rocket, and as you can see there is an arch over where the rocket is shooting, which means that it's not going in a straight line, which is very interesting as well. I'd like to see if it actually damages the ground, or what sort of explosion it creates, and as you can see it has a little fiery thing, so maybe you could actually have remotely controlled missiles as well, so you'd shoot them, and then the camera would be following them, and you'd be able to control them for a while. Kinda like Star Wars Battlefront 2, there's the secondary weapon of the AT-ST in Hoth, for instance, and you get to shoot that really awkward missile to control to kill, like, whatever you want to. Yeah, maybe that could happen here. That would be cool. That would be cool if there was actually stuff like that. Oh, and something that I'd like to mention is that it is raining in this image, which is something that I keep forgetting when I look at it. I kinda wish that the clouds will have a better demonstration of the weather, so when it's raining, the whole sky will be filled with clouds and stuff like that. And maybe the environment could also be foggy right on the foreground as well. That would be extremely cool. I keep pushing the game to be as CPU intensive as it could be. I don't know why, but I just want this game to actually look really well for what it is. And maybe with sun and rain, maybe there could be also rainbows, maybe in the background or maybe in the foreground as well. And maybe if they were on the foreground, there could be treasures lying on the tip of it. Oh, something I almost forgot to mention. Ty said this on the forums, which is basically about how the future of updating Starbound will be. And basically, here's how it's going to work. The Starbound team will continue to update the game for as long as they possibly can after the release. And there'll be two teams. The main team, which will be working on the actual big updates, the original developers team, and another smaller team which will be giving small-scale content updates on a weekly basis. In the future, when eventually the original team moves on to a different project or a sequel or whatever it might be, the secondary team will be upgraded to the actual developer team, and Ty will continue supervising all of the patches and will be working on all of the updates to the game, which is very nice. So if this is actually going to be taken care of, this game will be updated for as long as people are playing it, which is very cool. And also there's this image, and look, it's cool. It's got an Aurora Borealis and a cool sun and an arcade. I want the arcade. Maybe you can open mini games through it. And look at the sky. Just look at it. It looks cool. Look at it. This image brought to you by Ermagon. But that's the end of the video. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up so that you support it. Make sure to give me your comments about the actual video itself and the content of it. Sorry, your opinions of what I've been saying and all of that good stuff. And if you'd like to be notified of whenever I make a new video, just make sure to click the subscribe button that is presumably somewhere above this video box. On your screen right now, you have two videos of mine. One of them is, of course, Dusk Awesome Castle Story #1, because I am very proud of that video, so I'm pimping it as much as I can every video. So if you haven't checked check that out, make sure you do, because Castle Story is a really, really cool game, and basically discussing Castle Story #1 explains to you all there is to know about that game. So make sure to check that out if you're interested, and if you're not, just why not? Why not? It's a pretty game. And the other video that's on your screen right now is the first part of me, Finbar, and Rory playing more King Arthur's Gold Zombie Fortress mode online. This time we actually do a bit more stuff, because last time we were a bit cowardly sitting in our base not doing anything. This time we actually get our hands dirty and do stuff. Next time we will be doing even more stuff, so that's something to look out for. As always guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you're having a great time, and now that school's starting, I hope you have a good time at school, and I will see you on my next video. Goodbye! Oh, by the way, that was Maria at the beginning. Yeah. Bye.